So there's this video of this girl going around saying how she broke up with this guy that was a really good guy, but that he just wasn't her husband. And it has a lot of people, well, I guess I would say men, up in arms about it. But I want to say that I totally agree with everything she said in that video. It wouldn't let me stitch it, but look up, I think her name is Amani, Amani, ex boyfriend story. If I can link it, I will. But let me tell you something. I want my ladies to know that just because a guy is good to you does not mean he is good for you. And if you're like me, you're probably used to only toxic relationships because when I stopped with the toxic relationships and I healed and I started dating better quality type of guys, there was this one guy that was actually a good guy. Took me out on dates, paid for them, treated me with respect, kindness, and all of that. But I just was not that attracted to him. I just did not like him like that. And I remember I ended up ending things with him, and I feel like he got offended by it. But my thing is that just because you don't want a guy that's nice to you doesn't mean that you don't want a nice guy. That's something that I played around with myself in my head because, here I am used to all these toxic relationships, and then I get this nice guy, and I'm like, is something wrong with me? Why don't I want to be with this nice guy? Like, why don't I like want to try to move forward with him? I thought, okay, maybe I just still only want toxic guys. And he even hinted at it before. Not directly at me, but he posted something on his Instagram around the time of our breakup, like, oh yeah, girls just want hood guys and stuff like that. I mean, and that right there let me know that he was not really a nice guy. But anyway, I want my ladies to know that a guy treating you nice is really the bare minimum. It's not something that's that hard to find. And I don't want you to think that you have to settle on the first decent, nice guy that comes your way just because he's treating you nice. That doesn't mean that it won't happen again. That means that he's just not for you, even though he's nice. Don't settle on him. You're going to be unhappy, and it's not fair to him either. I get it. I get it. I know that you're probably used to not being treated well, especially if you were just new to dating like I was. But I ended up finding my husband, who is a very nice guy, very treats me very well, and it just ended up working for me better. He was just a better fit. I don't know how to explain it, but you know when you get with someone and they're treating you nice and they're nice, and the nice guy that I dumped, he wasn't even just ugly or anything like that. It was nothing wrong fundamentally with him. It's just I didn't feel the connection. I can't describe it, but you'll know when you date if you feel that connection or not, and I just didn't. And then that's what confused me, thinking I don't like nice guys. But then I met my husband, and he is a very nice guy, very, very nice, was very intentional about everything. And I don't know, we just clicked better. It was just something about him that clicked better. So, yeah, sometimes you got to reject the good ones, and it just is what it is. But don't hold anyone hostage if you know that that's not your husband, not your person that you want to be with forever. Don't hold anyone up just because they're nice. Let them go. You deserve more, and you deserve someone that you feel really good to be with, and they deserve that too. So, yeah.
Fellas, I want you to understand this and understand this clear. Do not, do not. If you're ever in a predicament like this, do not blame yourself or do not blame the woman. Sometimes things like this just happen. There's going to be one point where you do everything right and nothing's popping off. Like there's no chemistry, there's no enjoyment, there's no aura. You get that aura feeling that y'all want each other, or you're like you enjoy kind of covers each other's company, or there's gonna be a time where you're on a date and like you're doing everything right, and like but the vibe is just like a friend vibe. It's not your fault. It's actually no one's fault. Some days it just happen like that. That's the thing about dating. Sometimes you hit it off. Sometimes it don't work like that. Now I know a lot of dudes they're looking at there like maybe you don't want a good man. She's not fully healed. She like them toxic niggas. That may be, that may not be. But sometimes it just doesn't hit it off. This is why I tell people like, yes, you can be a good guy, you can be a nice guy, but sometimes the connection is not there. It does take more than being a good guy or a nice guy. You gotta have a connection. You gotta have an aura feeling. This is why I tell people like there's like some type of aura when you're with somebody, and like the attraction got to be neutral. I know like a lot of red pill they don't believe in that. I don't know if they believe in like aura or it's just like chemistry or some shit like that, or like they. I think a lot of red pill men is just because you do this they're just supposed to fall in your arms. It don't work like that. You gotta have chemistry. You gotta have this feeling that like both of y'all is just like want to. It's a feeling. It's just like you know what it is when you feel it, and even as a man, you know what it is when you feel it. Which is I like the perfect example is, and I say this all the time. The best date I had is when I went to Baltimore. I met a girl. I was in the Navy, and I took the Greyhound to Baltimore, and like from the jump, the aura was just we could not let go of each other. Like the aura was just there. The feeling was it was just all up in the air. The chemistry was all up in the air, and we was just on each other the whole date. Like everywhere we go, we held hands, we cuddled, we kissed. We didn't have sex, but even then, I still consider that the best date ever. Right? Chemistry was on 1,000. The everything was just right. Everything was on 1,000. It was just you felt it. Like you felt it. Now I just went on a date recently, and like the girl was nice too. There was nothing wrong with the girl. The girl was nice. We kind of hit it off a little bit. When talking to each other. Even um, we was playing video games online, and then she told she would like someone to cuddle with and all that other stuff. So it was just like when we got the chance to meet up, met her at a bar, and like we watched college football because um, she's a Michigan fan, and like there was nothing. I paid for the dates, I paid for the drinks, I paid for the food. We ended up getting foods and all that other stuff. Paid for everything, like a gentleman should, right? Even then, even I was like, I didn't feel accomplished. I didn't feel like the spark. I didn't feel the chemistry there. It was like she was cool, and I think she felt the same thing because I haven't seen her nor spoken to her since. So, and like at first I was like, damn, did I do anything wrong? It's just like, did I look good? Did I smell good? Was I presentable? And sometimes it just don't fall that way. I don't blame her. I don't blame myself. I feel like this shit just happens. That's the courtesy of dating. Sometimes it's there. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you kind of want to give it to the urge, and sometimes it's just like there's no urge there to give into. That's why I tell people like even then like if the vibe is right, I'm gonna you just go ahead and chase the vibe. And some people, even if the vibe is there, some people try to like ignore the vibe because of some things. But I always do say this: the women, yes, the money kind of matters, the status kind of matters, but what really matters is the woman has to be attracted to you. And fellas, if she's not attracted to you, and she's doing you a favor sometimes, and she was like, and I know relationships is like that. I'm just a nice guy. She's not attracted to you, and she leaves, doing you a favor. She really is doing it because then you don't have to waste no money, you don't waste no time, you don't waste your efforts. Now I want men to realize it's just even if you do the things, she'll appreciate it. She'll appreciate it, but if like I said, if she's not attracted to you, you're not going to get that same type of appreciation like with someone that is attracted to you, and will be head over heels for you. Like like attraction matters, especially to women. It's just like maybe not much to men, but for women, attraction really fucking matters. Which is why they can like, if they like a 6 foot nigga with muscles and that nigga may not have a job, they'll still give him a shot because he's a 6 foot nigga with muscles and he fits the attraction thing. Overall, I don't blame the sister. I don't blame the sister for what she was saying. It's just like because sometimes it just happens like that. It sucks, but that is life. Sometimes you'll meet a guy, you'll meet a girl, and she's cool, she's nice, she's pretty, but there's no chemistry there. Like the vibes is off. It's just like she's standoffish, or she doesn't really communicate that well, or it's just not it at all. It's not your fault. Sometimes the square, sometimes the pieces don't match. Sometimes it just don't really work like that. And all you have to do is just charge it up to the game. Now, I'm gonna just leave that there. I just want y'all to. I'm gonna just ask y'all a question. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know in the comment section. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.